There is a popular story named Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves, which most of us are familiar with. It is a part of, or rather should I say, was added to the famous Middle Eastern folk tales collection 1001 Nights, which is also known popularly as Arabian Nights. Well, I am not telling you the story. I am interested in a character named Qasim from the story. Qasim is the protagonist Ali Baba's elder greedy brother. Ali Baba, while cutting wood in a forest, finds 40 thieves entering a cave, the mouth of which is sealed by a huge rock which opens with the password Open Sesame and seals itself with another password Close Sesame. Later, when the thieves exited, Ali Baba entered the cave with the same password. He is astonished to find immense treasure laying there, which obviously belonged to the loot brought in by the 40 thieves. Ali Baba is tempted to carry a small part of the treasure. He returns home with gold coins. Ali Baba's wife borrows a weighing scale from Qasim's wife. Qasim is also Ali Baba's neighbor. Qasim's smart and curious wife fixes some wax to the scale to check what Ali Baba wanted to measure. When the scale is returned, Mr. and Mrs. Qasim find a gold coin stuck to the wax. Qasim presses Ali Baba to reveal the secret of the gold coin. On finding the details and address, Qasim is all set on an expedition to the cave where he would find the treasure. He successfully enters the cave with the help of the password. On seeing the glittering treasure, greedy Qasim fills many bags he had brought to take the gold back home. But in his curiosity and ecstasy of becoming really richer, our dear Qasim forgets the most important thing, the password for the door to open. He tries various combinations and all kinds of stupid words he can imagine, except Open Sesame. After a while, the owners of the cave enter the cave and on finding an unwanted and unexpected visitor therein, kill him mercilessly and cut him into pieces. Okay, let us leave Qasim in the cave and go to yet another story. This is the story of one of the brave hearts of the epic story of Mahabharata, a great warrior and son of Arjuna. His name was Abhimanyu. I will take you straight away to the climax of Mahabharata story, to the battle of Kurukshetra, where the 18 days war is going on between the Pandavas and Kauravas. Abhimanyu too is participating in the battle. On the 13th day of the battle, after having diverted Arjuna and Lord Krishna from the battlefield as planned, Kauravas, with the help of their commander Dronacharya, had planned to trap Yudhishthira, the elder Pandava and the leader of the opponents, in the Chakravyuha that would eventually make the Kauravas victorious and end the battle. Chakravyuha was a highly technical military formation in the form of a massive labyrinth, a complicated maze made of concentric circles, whose walls were made by fierce warriors, commanders, and soldiers. It was difficult to enter the formation without knowledge of it, and even more complicated was to exit it undefeated. It was a war tactic, and only few knew to break the formation, including Arjuna and Krishna, but the duo was out of the equation. Abhimanyu was the other person who had the knowledge of Chakravyuha. As far as Kauravas were concerned, he came out of the syllabus. But Abhimanyu knew only how to enter the formation and did not know how to exit. This partial knowledge of Chakravyuha that Abhimanyu had learnt would later prove an advantage to the Kauravas against this great warrior and lethal to Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu enters the formation. The other Pandava brothers were supposed to enter the formation behind the young warrior. But once Abhimanyu had entered Chakravyuha, Jayadratha blocked the entrance and denied entry to the Pandava brothers. This exposed young Abhimanyu to the greatest warriors of Kaurava camp. He fought valiantly to the fullest of his capacity and had almost entered the core of the formation when the Kaurava commanders and leaders broke the code and conduct of war. They collectively attacked him and killed him mercilessly. Young Abhimanyu lay dead after fighting the greatest warriors of the likes of Drona, Ashwathama, Kripa, Karna, Shalya, Duryodhana and Dushasana single-handedly like a true hero. Now, what is common between Qasim and Abhimanyu? Both knew how to enter, but both did not know how to exit. While Qasim, due to his greediness, forgot the key to exit, which was the password for the cave to open, Abhimanyu had half information about Chakravyuha and hadn't learnt how to exit. Qasim had almost become the richest man in his city had he remembered the password. Abhimanyu would have almost won the battle for his side had he known the password to exit the Chakravyuha, for he was one of the best warriors the Pandavas had. Qasim was entering the cave for the first time, which was an unknown territory for him. He could have come out with a small quantity of wealth, like his smart brother, but his greedy mind tempted him to take more wealth. This made him stay for long in an alien place, and eventually he forgot the password. For him, the gold had masked his intelligence and his greediness ended his life. On the other hand, for Abhimanyu, Chakravyuha came as a surprise. The trap was set for Yudhishthira, but Abhimanyu sacrificed his life since he at least knew something about the formation while his elders didn't. He was the only hope for the Pandavas at that point. He had never thought that he might have to use this knowledge at any part of his life in any battle. Without his sacrifice, the Kauravas would have easily won the battle stealthily by capturing Yudhishthira in the Chakravyuha formation. The moral of these stories is that it is important to enter into something, but it is also important that we also should have the knowledge, wisdom, and presence of mind to make our way out, to make an exit if we needed to. We need to have biphasic and comprehensive knowledge about anything. Even in our life too, we face similar situations where entry is easy but exit seems difficult. We either cannot come out, or the exit route is blocked, or we are denied an exit. We become victims of situations and get trapped in strange, unexplored, or undesired points, or places which eventually become a point of no exit. Yes, many times there is no way out. Many people who are victims of bad habits like smoking, drugs, and alcohol and have become addicted to them too belong to this category. They weren't aware that there is no way out when they ventured into these habits, because these habits were good hosts welcoming them at that point. Like the cave with the treasure welcomed Qasim. Later, these people forgot the password to make an exit. But there are some people who realize at some point and remember the password for exit before it is too late. These people with wisdom or help come out of the cave of Qasim or Chakravyuha of Abhimanyu. Same is the case with people who are behind making easy money in wrong ways and venture into many criminal activities. These pathways most often are one way. Those in bad company of misguiding friends, those in toxic relationships, and those who have obsessively become social perverts and criminals by choice or situation are all trapped inside the caves where there is no door or window to exit. They were either greedy or thought they were too courageous. For many of them, a simple no would create many doors of exit. The priorities matter. If you have liked this story, kindly forward this episode to your friends. This might help someone to find an exit door. See you all in my next episode with yet another interesting story. Bye for now.